Interesting, isn't it, when we often talk about scandals and things like that, people associated with them, they never necessarily come out of it badly, do they? If you saw recently, Boris Becker recently also released from British prison over here. He's now back in Germany and doing interviews already on TV for very much lucrative sums. And of course, people will pay. It's kind of interesting topics, isn't it, to hear exactly how one of the world's greatest tennis players really fell down to that. But this particular story may catch your eye because, once again, it's sort of notoriety that has really prompted certain people within the media to step forward offering untold sums to this particular lady. As ever, who are we talking about? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London, and as ever, nice to see you. Hope you're all keeping well. It was this lady, wasn't it, here, Lady Susan Hussey, that hit the headlines a couple of weeks ago, seemingly with, a simple mistake that was escalated by someone who shall remain nameless and made her life intolerable, really, with all the backlash on social media and, of course, then being jettisoned out of the inner circle of the British monarchy for no apparent reason at all. But now, could there be a silver lining on top of all of this? And I think this would be pretty remarkable turnaround in many respects. As we know, Lady Susan was a dedicated lady in waiting for over 60 years for our wonderful monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, and was really the inner part of the British monarchy, was there for all the huge events that we all see on television or have seen in magazines, and thought, wow, I wonder what that would be like to literally be there. Well, Lady Susan was there, and literally a confidant, as they say, to the late and beautiful monarch. Now, it looks like many publishers are stepping forward to offer Lady Susan her very own book deal. Now, don't worry, this is not going to be in the vein, of course, of the one that we're all slightly dreading in the new year from the former royal known as Prince Harry, Spare. That's right. That's coming out within days, of course. Lovely start to the new year, don't you think? This one, we are told at least, would be pictorial memories with flashbacks and that sort of thing. What was that like? Who did you meet? All of that sort of stuff. Now, no word as yet from Lady Susan as to how far this deal would be, or indeed if she would take it. But as I've said to you before, you see, with the media, they send sort of good and bad. And really, I truly believe that this would be an interesting book. I mean, I'd like to know exactly what went on, the things that she attended, all of that sort of stuff. And if it's done in tasteful, and respectful light, then what's wrong with it? And after all, many people might say, given her treatment, literally, of the way that the senior members of the monarchy, and I have to say that, did treat Lady Susan so quickly regarding this without very much investigation, then one has to say, wouldn't this be a very nice return for her to set her record straight, get her truth out, as they like to say, and as ever, we could get a real insight into what it was really like being so close, working alongside such a brilliant lady for over 60 years with our wonderful monarch. This, I truly believe, would become the bestseller of 2023. And how annoying would that be to the former royal known as Prince Harry? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.